Doma Sports Talk, worldwide, with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now, some significant news from the middleweight division. Now, we're going to have the fight between your boy Sergey Derevyanchenko and Gennady Golovkin. Pretty good fight. I'm not so hyped about it because of how it materialized. But it is an IBF title fight, and it is going to be semi-competitive, right? I would say 60-40 for Gennady Golovkin because this is Golovkin we're talking about, but this is Ukraine bringing the pain with Derevyanchenko. You know what I'm saying? When he's from Ukraine, he's going to get respect. Shoot, Alexander Usyk, the only undisputed guy in the business, is from the Ukraine. You know, undisputed cruiserweight champion. Lomachenko, guys who will argue with you if you don't have him at number one pound for pound. You know, I got Crawford, but there's some people that would argue with me about and say Lomachenko, right? He's in the argument. Ukraine, arguably the baddest light heavyweight guy. Vucek, who's about to fight Beterbiev, and the winner of that fight, people think is the best in the light heavyweight division. They would put the winner of Vucek versus Beterbiev, they would have him against Bivol, and definitely against Kovalev. So those are already three guys from Ukraine, right? Derevyanchenko's another. These guys don't play, right? That's the fight. But it's something more significant in the lead up to that fight that's happened. And you guys know, when I mentioned you're going to know because I'm going to stay on this. Promoter Eddie Hearn, promoter that we don't like because of the Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua negotiations. We feel that Anthony Joshua was coddled. Eddie Hearn, you know, didn't want the fight to happen, but just didn't say it like that. Took him through the rigmarole. It pissed a lot of people off, me included, and it's documented. Okay, so, but my point is, I always said, even in those negotiations, when I was really upset about Eddie Hearn, right, I would always say, but is Eddie Hearn worse than Oscar De La Hoya or Bob Arum? And it's a resounding hell no from me. It was just, I have these people in England who's following Anthony Joshua blindly. It doesn't matter what he does, like a Trump type of thing. And I'm going to roll with that. But that doesn't mean I won't do other things. For example, in America, we got a damn problem with racism and BTB in boxing. Beat the black guy. Eddie Hearn has done some things, though. He understands that. He took Daniel Jacobs, didn't he? And got Daniel Jacobs that damn fight against Canelo. Daniel Jacobs did well, but you got to beat the hell out of Canelo to even think about it. Matter of fact, beating the hell out of Canelo isn't good enough because that's what Floyd Mayweather did. Somebody gave it a draw. If Canelo's standing at the end of a fight, he's winning it or getting a draw. That's the bottom line. And ain't nobody knocking Canelo out anytime soon, so he ain't going to be losing no fights. Daniel Jacobs did good against him. Who got him that fight? Eddie Hearn, right? Now, Eddie Hearn also has Demetrius Andrade, the most avoided guy in boxing, in my opinion, right now, because the whole middleweight landscape is because people don't want to fight him. We got Canelo versus Canelo versus Kovalev, because Canelo did not want to fight Demetrius Andrade for an undisputed fight in middleweight division. He waited on Kovalev as the yard winner. Didn't even fight on September the 14th, which is his date, Mexican holiday. Golovkin ain't been trying to fight him the whole time, even though Canelo was telling him to fight him so he can get a belt so their trilogy can have more meaning. He didn't do it. It's a whole lot of avoiding going down there. Now people are going to try to make Andrade fight Charlo because both of these guys are two division champions. That's what's going to happen. But we're going to say hell no to Andrade and Charlo, right? Just like we said hell no to Kovalev, Canelo. But Eddie Hearn has at least, in the build-up to Derevyanchenko versus Golovkin, have mentioned Golovkin versus Andrade in May of 2020. Now, is that fight going to happen? I don't think so. They're going to keep avoiding Andrade, all right? I don't think so. But I'm glad that it takes an Eddie Hearn to somebody to mention Andrade and stop treating Andrade like he's some kind of prospect that has to come up and earn a fight against Canelo or Gennady Golovkin when I'm better than both of them, just like we do in boxing. He's better than both of them until somebody proves it different. Why would they keep avoiding them? Because they're going to know they're going to get embarrassed, right? And they've been avoiding them for years, and everybody's down with it. But Eddie Hearn, guy from England who doesn't give a damn about racism in America, and he's like pushing for it. And that's at least something because no one else is mentioning it. You know, there's only two people who've mentioned Andrade this week, right? Because Golovkin ain't. So Chinko has mentioned him. If he wins, he will fight Andrade or Charlo. So I'm going for Chinko because of that reason alone. And Demetrius Andrade, his promoter in Eddie Hearn, has also mentioned Demetrius Andrade for Golovkin if he wins in May because they know that Canelo's not going to fight Golovkin. That's a damn good fight. It's damn good that somebody's mentioning Andrade, right? And in public eye, where everybody's watching, it's important. But for the people who don't really know, because there's a few people, the casual fan doesn't know. They think that it's only Canelo and Gennady Golovkin in the middleweight division, and that's all what's happening. Right? Those, I give those. The ones that are not racist and doing it because of that, and telling us what the demographic is and what fights are big and which ones we want, and it's not even what we want. Those people, they know what they're doing. This is a conscious effort to ignore Andrade and Charlo as well. Conscious effort. But there's others who don't know. So when you make sure you telling these people, that's what I'm asking for. You make sure you tell these people and educate these people that there is middleweight champions there that have been wanting to fight these characters for the longest. And they're constantly ranked under them. And it's unfair. And that's why it's significant what your boy Eddie Hearn has did and said it, and what your boy Chinko has. So for all the news that's leading up to this fight with Gennady Golovkin and Chinko, for me, the best news is what Eddie Hearn said about Andrade in May of 2020, and what Chinko has said if he wins, he would fight Demetrius Andrade or Jamal Charlo. That is what's up. Doma Sports Talk worldwide, and I'm up out of here, y'all.